Hello, and welcome to another episode of MOPO, where we discuss matters of personal opinion.
It's all MOPO.
Today we're doing another episode of Gotham, Season 4, Episode 1-1.
Episode 11. So we're getting up there now. But, I guess we should get right into it. These episodes are starting to get exciting. A lot of, a lot of answers, a lot of progression in storylines. So,
go ahead. Yeah, just because, immediately we're jumping into this action where...
Well, it starts off where the last one ends, where I was like, look, they want the Penguin. Yeah. So, the Barber Gang, or whatever you want to call them, waste no time. And they go right after the accountant dude or whatever, and they're torturing these people. Where's the Penguin at? And they're all like, well, they don't know where the Penguin's at, or whatever. And what happens is Sophia's in on it, obviously, at the Barber Gang or whatever. I don't think she's official Barber Gang, but she's allegiance with them or whatever.
She's not sworn in yet.
Right. But she gets this phone call, and she's all like... They're like, oh, what's that, the Penguin? She's like, no. And her daddy rolls up, or whatever. And, this is not scene for scene. This is just story arcs, basically. But, because this doesn't happen immediately next. They go into some other stuff that we'll get into. But, Daddy Falcone rolls up with the Penguin. And he's all like, I told you. And you got caught with freaking what's-his-face and killed your brother. Or whatever, and you're sleeping with Gordon or whatever, and you're disrespecting our family. And she's all like, no, you're disrespecting our family. He's like, nah, you are, or whatever.
Back and forth.
Right,
back and forth.
Right. And he's basically, you're done. You're done here. Or whatever. And Penguin is all like, in the background, cracking up or whatever, in your face. Or whatever, scram. But what happens is... Penguin tries to get the GCPD to get Sophia for him, and basically what Gordon's able to do is they're like, look, we don't work for you no more. We'll get rid of Sophia or whatever. So he winds up meeting up with Sophia and the Daddy Falcone. They get shot up right in front of their
but it's all house. It's set up Falcone is taking his daughter home, and she's all like, oh no, I want to pick some flowers way over here. And as soon as I saw where the flowers were, I was like, yo. And then the truck rolls up. I'm like, oh, she definitely set this up. But then she got shot, and I'm like, all right. I am so confused.
And we'll get into this a little bit later. I won't say it right now. But so right in front of Gordon, the Falcone dad gets done in, and she's all shot up, and whatnot. And it's not good. Daddy Falcone dies, and so really, once again, this Sophia chick is just like, what's going on with this girl? Is she doing this on purpose? Is she just really bad at doing plans? And she just keeps getting way in over her head? I really think she's in on all this shit, though. But basically, it comes to find out that, they're at the funeral, and everybody's upset at the funeral, and Penguin's all like, oh, you did this to her, and she's all like, oh, you just let the Penguin just be here, and he killed my dad, he's a murderer. Time and time again, Gordon's all like, I gotta go by the letter of the law, or whatever. But, Zaz does this cool thing with this bullet.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, if you're actually listening to this, and you know what the reference is, where you take the bullet and you give it to the dead person.
Yeah, I think that's that's a former boss kind of thing. you hired me to shoot.
Is it just respect? Is it
I think
respect?
it's just a respect move.
All right.
But it winds up being that she set all this up, and she hired the Pigman to shoot her while all this was going down. Like, he orchestrated the hit and everything, and she's trying to use Gordon, I guess, like, because she basically kills the Pigman while he's in a fight with Gordon. And Gordon, I don't understand, like, why does Gordon have to call and be like, oh, I killed the Pigman? Why not just say she did it?
Yeah, like, hanging over him all this other random stuff that he's supposed to be responsible for, where it's like, it's just a power move, and Gordon's just like, I don't think I can get away with that, you know?
I guess, I don't know. We'll see what, I'm sure that's not going to be the end-all, say-all of that. Plenty more episodes to go in the season, but that's kind of where they leave off Gordon with that situation, with, like, Sophia and the Falcones, the Daddy Falcone getting murdered, basically by his own daughter.
Yeah, that's insane.
But earlier I talked about the Penguin rolling up on the GCPD, like, y'all are going to be all like this and that. And they're like, you know what?
Don't get me Sophia, I know she's here.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? We don't work for you no more. And they look up at Gordon and he's like, yo, can we arrest him? And he's like, yep. And they arrest him or whatever, and Gordon confronts him and Zaz, and he's all like, yeah, I'm going to arrest you for blowing up that little boy on the bridge. And Penguin's all like, or whatever.
Right,
I didn't
he
kill
knows
him.
He's alive.
Yeah, I didn't kill that kid. Tell him, Victor, you know. And Zaz is all like, he blew up that kid. I'll testify that he did. Because, like, I guess...
So, well, because I think he sees Sophia now as the next
real
of kin.
boss, right?
So it's not even. It's more like he always worked for Falcone, but Falcone wasn't giving him any orders, so he was freelancing to all these other people.
Yeah, he works for the Falcone.
Yeah, so I think it's now that he's dead, Sophia is the lead heir.
So yeah, I think at that funeral, he kind of like made his decision to kind of not be with the Penguin anymore.
Yeah, he was like, now I can actually start serving a Falcone.
And they lock Penguin up right then and there. And Gordon's all like, yeah, I'm proud of y'all, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, let's go clean this city up. Yeah, basically.
No more crime permits.
Yeah, no more of this nonsense or whatever. So this whole time, the Riddler's people have the Barber gang all hemmed up, or whatever, and they're getting attacked by the police now, because the police are like, you know, no more of this. And they finagle their way out with, like, boot guns and stuff. Like, the first one that she shot, how did she shoot him? With, like, a bullet in her boot or something? Like,
I don't remember.
Like, but anyway, and like Tabitha finagles her way around, and you know she winds up shooting her way out of this, even though they're all tied up in chairs. And she is then like, yeah, I got like something to do. She goes and kidnaps Grundy and tries like to kiss him and like trying to make him remember that he's Butch. And she's like, well, none of that's working. Not even after she makes out with the dude, which is pretty filthy.
She's way too comfortable for her. Like, every time she hooks up with this guy, I'm like,
yeah.
Like, for real?
She's nasty.
Love is a powerful thing.
Right. But she's like, you know what, man, I wasn't trying to do this, but I know what I gotta do now. So I gotta beat it out of you. It's like, I'm either gonna beat you and remembering you're Butch, or I'm going to beat your skull in. And, you know, to her credit, a few scenes later, he wakes up as Butch. Or she literally beat the sense into him.
He did wake up. He was all like, "What the hell happened to me?"
But also you got little bits of the Riddler trying to come back in this episode again.
Yeah, just like heavy hallucinations.
You got Bullock of Fish.
Because like he keeps making fun of Edward because he's in love with Lee.
Yeah.
And Edward doesn't want Riddler coming back because he's afraid that he's going to kill Lee like he did, what's her name from the beginning?
Called Christmas Tree Jones, or whatever her name was.
Miss Kringle.
Kringle, right.
Christmas Tree
Yeah,
Jones.
got you to remember what her name was.
I was on the right track. But yeah.
But then you also got Bullock officially turning in his badge, the real bitch move. Talk about, I think everybody's behind you, but it ain't gonna be me. But how they end the episode is Penguin is in the Arkham Asylum.
And then, lo and behold, we got a voice that sounds familiar.
And he's like yelling and screaming. He's like, "Don't talk to me." And guy pokes his head down. It's good old Jerome. They're like, "I'll be your best friend," or whatever. And that's kind of how they end the episode with the first Joker Penguin team up, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, I'm sure.
Going forward.
Yeah.
But I guess
I'm wondering if they're actually going to pick up where that leaves off, or if they're just going to leave that suspended.
Yeah, that
for, an
saute or whatever.
Where you're just like, a whole episode and you don't even touch on who Penguin is.
But let us know what you think. What did you think of the episode? You excited for Jerome being back once again? I don't know how to feel about this kid anymore. He probably is the Joker. I don't know.
He's mush-faced Joker.
But, please like, share, comment, subscribe, and comment, because it's all a matter of personal opinion.
It's all MOPO.
Thanks for listening.